What's up, Voicey veterans? Welcome to the evening show. I'm your host, Captain Zach, and today's subreddit is r/TalesFromRetail. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell to never miss an episode. This story was called, "That's Not Even Our Part, I Can't Return It." Go ahead, call corporate. I'm not taking it back. This takes place a good while back, and was about enough to make me foam at the mouth. From the world of auto parts, enjoy. So, I'm a manager at a certain corporate auto parts chain. One of the ones that only gets parts from one source, so if you go there, they can either get it or not. No choices on brands. A customer comes in with an AC Delco brand part and puts it down on the counter in front of me. "I'd like to return this, please." "Sorry, you didn't get it here. Wrong store." "Yes, I did." "I don't sell that brand, sir." "I'm afraid it couldn't have been us. Perhaps at XXX Auto Parts on the freeway?" "I said it was here." "Well, can I have the receipt then?" "I don't have it anymore." He was getting visibly irritated. "I'm sorry, I can't take this back. It's really not ours. If you go over to XXX, they can probably give you cred." Then he cuts me off. "Gosh, darn it, I said I got it here. I want to talk to a manager." Then he notices I'm the manager on my name tag. "Give me your corporate number." "Okay, here you go. But really, it's not ours." I give him the number and out the door he goes, and business returns to normal. About an hour later, I get a phone call from corporate. I figure he filed a complaint. Nope, better. "This is OP. How can I help you?" "Yes, you have a customer there in the last hour trying to return a part?" "Oh yeah, I know who you mean. The guy came in with an AC Delco part and tried to return it with no receipt." "Yeah, give it to him." "What? It's not ours." "Give him the refund in cash." "It's not our part." "I'm aware of that. Issue the refund." "I can't take it back. It's not ours. It's not in the system." "Hold." Then he put me on hold. A few minutes later, "Here's how you will add a new part to the system." Then they start explaining. "And the price?" "Find it." "How? We have no internet access, remember?" "Use your phone." "The one I'm not supposed to be carrying?" "Don't make this an issue. Get it done. He's on his way back." Click. Yes, this butt beanie actually had me use my own personal device that I wasn't supposed to be carrying to violate company policy and access the internet on company time, to find an arbitrary price and give a cash refund for a part that wasn't ours. Then, when he came in, I had to ring it out, because manager with password. The smug look of satisfaction I had to deal with from this guy as I handed him his victory cash was just icing on the cake. I wanted to slam both our faces into the closest wall repeatedly. Instead, he got exactly what he wanted and I just looked like a clown. Oh, no. No! The entitled parents! They've won! Oh wait, no, wrong subreddit. But still, that sucks. Alright, this story was called "The One Where My Dumb Butt Returned $300 of Stolen Goods." Alright, so this happened a few years ago when I was 17. I thankfully don't work retail anymore, but kudos to all of you out there still fighting the good fight. Anyway, I was 17 and I was working my first job at a pretty major US home furniture retailer, and let me say I have never, ever worked at a place that was easier to steal from. Obviously, I'm not speaking from personal experience, but shrink was a constant and pervasive problem at this store, yet for some reason the upper management never took the steps to stop it, like installing those detector things, having regular security, or basically anything besides "watch out for people stealing." Anyway, I was a young, naive cashier, and one day this lady came in to return all of this bedding and some other random household odds and ends. She didn't have a receipt, not uncommon at this store. We did a lot of returns without receipts. So she could only get store credit, and as I told her this, I was worried that she would be mad because people usually like to give me grief for that, and she had a ton of stuff, but she was cool about it, so I was happy and started returning everything. As I'm returning all of these items, she started telling me about how her engagement was called off and how these had all been gifts she now had no need for. And I was doing my best to console this lady as best as a high schooler who has no frame of reference for that kind of thing can. Her total return was something like over $300, so I was like, oh, I need to call a manager over to approve this, since our limit was something like $150 without manager approval. Then, this lady starts to get nervous for reasons I can't figure out because she's about to get $300 in store credit. This is great for her. Then the general manager comes and starts looking at things and getting this concerned look on his face, and my dumb 17-year-old brain still can't figure out what's happening. He tells me to just complete the transaction, then he calls over the other manager, so I do what he tells me to, but I'm still like, Eh? The general manager then ran all the product codes through our system, and we had no record of ever having sold those items. I was conned into giving some random lady $300 in store credit that was, I guess, fraudulent. The manager, who is known for being a meanie, started yelling at me, telling me this lady was going to sell that gift card for crack. And I was just like, what crack dealer accepts gift cards to furniture stores? But then the general manager, who is a super nice guy, calmed her down and said it was their fault for not training me for things like that, so I got to keep my job, but boy did I feel like a dumb butt after that one. Still haunts me to this day. And I also have a feeling that lady was never engaged. And that makes 0 for 2. Man, these Redditors need to step their game up. This story was called, Mam You Arent Listening. For background, I'm a manager at a dollar store. This happened today, a few hours prior, so it's been a holiday weekend and Labor Day was fairly busy. My only coworker and I were both cleaning separate sections of the health aisle. I was organizing some pill boxes when an old lady approached me. "Can you tell me where to find these for my shoes?" She points to her feet. Lucky for her, all the shoe insert and accessories were just to the right of the area I was organizing. I step over to the area. You'll find all of our shoe inserts right here. "No, you aren't listening to me. I need these." She now waves both hands at her feet. My coworker is within earshot and we share a look of, eh? "Ma'am, if you need anything, shoe insert related items are located here." "No, you aren't listening to me. I need these." One more gesture to her feet. "I need them to go on the inside." "Ma'am, everything we have related to shoe inserts will be here. Maybe it's in one of these smaller packages here." I gestured to small heel ball inserts. "No, you aren't listening to me. I don't need shoe inserts. I need them in front of my feet." She touches the insert at the balls of her feet. I'm lost. I have shown her the smaller partial cushions. Literally, she touched the ball inserts of sandals and I already pointed to those on our display. Coworker has walked to the end of the aisle. Later she said she didn't know if she was going to laugh or tell old lady off. I'm defeated. "Ma'am, if it's not there, then we don't sell them." I kid you not, just as I finish my sentence, she grabs one of the smaller packages that I pointed to earlier. "No, it's right here. You should really learn the items you sell before saying something like that." I'm done. I don't understand her logic. But whatever, she found it. May only the balls of her feet be cushioned while she berates other employees. I turn back to organizing my pill shelf, quietly seething. But she's not done. "Thank you for being useless with your help." I want so badly to say something witty or dry back to her, but I didn't really want to deal with her. I just met her gaze and simply said, "Okay," in my customer service voice. I don't know what she was expecting, but apparently that wasn't it. Her face contorted as she thought of something to say, but I didn't give her much. She finally settles on looking offended that I wasn't insulted and huffs on. Coworker warns me that old lady asked for my name and is planning on complaining. Coworker had already said she would give her side of the story to the store manager. I texted my store manager a heads up and she already said, "Just because a customer complains doesn't mean they're in the right." Oh boy, okay, I'm hoping the next story has some juicy retribution. Alright, this story was called, "You Can't Shop at Our Store If You're Banned." So I work at a large supercenter, which is part of a chain, and we do many online orders for customers. When we look up their name, it tells us if the order is on its way, ready to be picked up, or if it was dispensed. I'm still fairly new to this area and usually need help if there is a big problem. Yesterday, these two women came in and said they were ready to pick up their order. "Who are you picking up for?" "Jane Smith?" "I'm sorry, I don't see an order for that name. Is it under a different name? Maybe Lisa Smith?" "Are you sure it's at our store and not one in the town over?" "It should be at this store. They live in this town. It better not be there. I don't want to drive there." I tried that name too and nothing was showing up. The other woman started to get irritated and said that they had the same problems last time too. "Do you have the order number or the confirmation email?" "No, her mother ordered it. She has gotten multiple emails saying it's here and it wasn't last time." I apologized to her around the same time my coworker came over and gave her the number to call customer service. Then earlier today, I got a phone call from the woman who ordered. "I want to know if my order is there. I keep getting emails and when they go to pick it up, it's not there. Okay, I'm going to put you on hold and see if I can find someone to help. Less than 5 minutes later, she told my coworker it wasn't a good time to talk because she was about to see her son, who was in rehab. Then she calls back a while later. Okay, do you have your order number? No, my phone is locked up and I can't get into it. It's there. I send my daughter in to pick up stuff from there because I'm not allowed there. Could it be at a different store? No, I live here. Okay, let me go look at my computer and see what I can figure out. A different coworker and I look up her name and see her order history through our store. All of her items had went to a store in the other town, just like they did the month before. She's banned from entering our store and she kept ordering items in her name, but thought because someone else was actually picking it up, it would be okay. The system auto kicks her to the closest store. So it looks like your stuff is actually at the other store. This is ridiculous. Your store keeps messing this up. I'm so urinated. I want a number to call someone. I want to speak to who is in charge of this. I gave her the customer service number and thanked gosh that I finally got to hang up. Yes, that is what we were waiting for. When the entitled people finally lose. However, it wasn't by much. They still pestered the employees. Alright, so let us know in the comments below if you have any stories of someone being outright banned from a store. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell to never miss an episode.